marketing agency. Let's dive in. Today, we're going to clarify what it means to have business messaging. What does business messaging really mean? How to battle the haters, how to gain enough confidence that you're proud to make your next sale. So let's go through some quick things that you need to do that. One, gain razor sharp clarity to master your message and share your raw truth. So, what is your message? It needs to be a solid, bold, unapologetic message to help you cut through all the noise online. You want to stand out online. You don't want to blend into the crowd. You need to abolish the algorithm. So you need to get past the algorithm gods, the gate that they all have up trying to not let us through. Ease that crappy open rate on your email messaging, your low engagement rates on your social media posts, no or low sales, but you have to have an unapologetic message that is your true and bold message. It's the heart of the work that you are and you are going to be in your business. So it always goes back to 5 W's and H: who, what, where, when, why, and how. Who, what, where, when, why, and how. That seems pretty simple, but it's not. I know it's not, but it really is. It's as simple as defining your who, what, where, when, why, and how. I promise it actually works. Number two, learn to squash your fears and boldly battle your backlash. Backlash can come in every form. It can come in the form of absolutely no engagement or low engagement, or you could get haters. I have haters online. The more haters I get, the know I'm doing better. The more I know I'm doing better with my messaging. Just know that we are conditioned to fear sharing your truth boldly or saying anything that matters. You don't want to rock the boat, especially as women. Our brains are literally wired to want to stay safe and belong with everybody else. But when you belong, you blend into the crowd. You don't stand out from the crowd. Remember this mantra: you are not for everyone, and everyone is not for you. Don't take every client. You don't want to take every client. You are not for everybody. I know I'm not for everybody. I'm ADHD. I'm nuts. I'm bold. I'm loud. I know all of these things. I am not the best coach for everybody. I hate coach, but you get my meaning. I am not the best digital marketing person for everybody because of my personality. I am bold. I am unapologetic. I am a rock star, and I know it. And that comes with a certain sense of I am not for everybody, and that's fine. You will never be too much for the right people. When you are looking for the right person, you are never too much for them. You are going to connect to them. People will follow you. People will hire you. People will engage with you when you are the right person. But the first thing you always need to do with all of that is you have to conquer your own inner critic. We're always our own worst enemies. Number two, you have to ease your way into it. So you got to make it a little, don't just change from being quiet and meek and standing in the background to being crazy and out there, because you're going to need to, for your own mindset, you're going to need to ease into it. Third, surround your self with people who are also passionate, who are also authentic, who are also bold. When you surround yourself with bold people, it encourages you to be more bold, and you are more willing to get out there and stand out there. Four, get comfortable. And when I say comfortable, I mean in your pajamas without a bra and with a glass of wine, comfortable expressing yourself the real way. The people will feel comfortable to connect back with you. That does not mean you should go braless and in your leggings with a glass of wine with your hair a total mess and go online to discuss business stuff. I never suggest that. Sometimes I do that even, but really, you want to get comfortable with your message. If you aren't comfortable with your message, and if you aren't bold and feeling bold sharing your message, other people will know that and they won't interact and react and gravitate towards you. Number five, regularly remind yourself of your own accomplishments. What have you done? How far have you come? Write it out, show it, celebrate your wins. We always are talking about celebrating those wins. So that's all part about learning to squash your fears and boldly battle that backlash. Number three, turn your message into ultra compelling content. We know what ultra, you want the best of the best and you want it to grab attention. Once you've nailed down an unapologetic message, you don't have to share 50 viewpoints. You can just share one, maybe three. Keep it small, especially when you're first starting. But but be prepared to share them. Constantly share them. Every conversation should mention them, especially when you're interacting online, digitally, in person. People know who I am and what I do within minutes of me meeting them because I'm always sharing that. But your message is the backbone of your content. If you don't have your message nailed down and you aren't bold enough to share it with every single person you meet, and they don't know that immediately about you, then you're going to just blend into the crowd. Blending into the crowd is your death wish as a business. You don't want to blend in. You want to stand out. Um, so if you're not able to stand out, then blending in again, that's your death wish. Don't worry about those vanity metrics. Vanity metrics, your follower count, the likes on a certain post mean absolutely nothing. What means something is who's ending up in your DMs, who's emailing you back, who's interacting with that email you sent out, who is messaging you, who is hiring you. Those are the things that you want to matter. Who cares about how many likes and follows you have on Instagram? Believe me, it doesn't matter. A smaller engaged list, a super engaged list is amazing. I've told this story many times. I have an email list of 60,000 people. I only have about 900 people who interact with me. Guess what I did? I went through and deleted the other 50 whatever thousand people. It wasn't worth my time and effort. They weren't worth being on my list. They didn't care. So why should I care about them? I have an Instagram following of like 5,000 people, something like that now. And I keep deleting people. If they don't interact, every month or so I go through and I delete a bunch of people because if they're not interacting with me, who cares? But my Facebook group, I think I have 30 something women, 25 women, something like that. In my Facebook group, they are amazing. The amount of interaction and engagement I get from them is amazing. That's who I invest in. That's who I care for. So this is going to seem anti I don't know what to call it. This is going to seem counterintuitive. Maybe that's the word. You want to pack a punch with a more polarizing message. If your message isn't against the grain, you're blending in. And again, blending in is the death of a business. People are dying for fresh inspiration, ideas, and everything. So your content has to have fresh ideas. It has to be inspirational. Your content can get lost online, especially if you're copying your favorite coach or what your own coach is telling you to do and you're copying them word for word. If you aren't being bold, if you aren't being unapologetic in your messaging, you aren't standing out online. Again, it's a death to your business. You're going to be in that 50% who fail in the first year or the other 75% that fail in the first 3 years or whatever. You're only going to last so long blending in. You need to be bold. You need to be polarizing. If I make people mad online, I know I've had a good day. And yes, people laugh at me for saying that, but it's true. I had like 100 nasty messages for something I said about coaching, the coaching industry online last week. And I ended up with one client out of that. So I had 100 hate messages, whatever. I delete them, block them, move on with my day. But I got one good client. So knowing that is so important. So number 5, tell stories that show the real you, flaws and all. You can't be perfect. If you're Instagram and Pinterest perfect online, you are fake and you are unworthy of being followed and for people to really want to continue with you. Being fake online is also the death knell for your business. It catches up with you over time. I've seen coaches do that for a long time, and the ones that do that don't hit that 5-year mark in their business. They start to fail. And I'm watching 5 influencer style coaches right now hit that downturn. They're scrambling and throwing spaghetti at the wall, hoping they're going to get something because they're extremely inauthentic online. So make sure that your storytelling and people want to connect with you because you're real. You tell them about your epic failures. Good morning, Brenda Lee. Happy to see you. I know I haven't been live for a while since moving. Life has been crazy, but you have to be seen for who you are. Share the epic disasters. I've had epic disasters in my businesses. I've had many businesses. I've had massive, huge, epic disasters. I've also had massive, huge successes. Share all of those stories. I talk about that stuff all the time. If you know me, you've heard stuff about some epic things that I've done wrong. But there's nothing wrong with that. That makes me better at who I am and what I do for everybody. So I know that these were just quick tips. I mean, I've only been on for about 10 minutes. I want you to remember the more you show up authentically, say what you mean, and truly say what you mean, stand out, the more people you'll have in your audience that actually care that you are that are in your audience that will interact with you. And selling becomes easier over time. Your mindset and your confidence grow because you can be fearless in your own messaging. This goes along with my journey to fearless confidence and courageous freedom in your business. And this all goes together. I'm going to be diving into this, and I have 7 points um, later today in my Facebook group of Become a Rockstar CEO. You can join me over there. So if you want to learn more about my 7 ways to create unshakable, leaning into apologetic messaging, content creation, selling with confidence, and making it easy, come join me over in my Facebook group, Become a Rockstar CEO. I'll drop the link below here. Join me at 1 o'clock today, 1 o'clock Central Time, that is. I keep forgetting I'm Central, not Eastern anymore. And we're going to dive into, like, really dive into with action steps and questions to ask yourself, creating the messaging that people will see you as a leader and as an expert in your industry. If you want to do that, join me at 1 o'clock this afternoon over on in my Facebook group, Become a Rockstar CEO. Everybody's welcome to join. It's absolutely free. You'll get all of these action steps and all of that. And I can't wait to have you. You guys have an amazing day. Remember to rise strong, become limitless, be bold and unapologetic.